This is Business Class on Your Money.
Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and welcome to Business Class. Today's show is coming to you from New York City. We're at the beautiful Conrad New York downtown, and a very popular hotel for both business and leisure travellers, isn't it?
It is, James, where during the week, of course, we're a big conference hotel and business hotel in this area downtown, so close to the financial district and the stock exchange, but also more and more a very popular hotel for the leisure guests because there's so much to see and do in downtown now. As the Alliance say, downtown's the new up. So it definitely is. And
you look at facilities here, you've got some great meeting space as well. So obviously you're great for groups, aren't you?
We are great for groups. We're also good for social groups and weekend association groups. It's a strong business for us. And it's also a little bit more affordable for those sort of groups to come on the weekend. We're very popular with bar mitzvahs, with wedding groups as well. A lot of people stay here and either have a wedding here or in the local venues that are in the downtown area.
And a very vibrant part of town as well. You've got brand new shopping centres, you've got a lot of great bars and restaurants have been opening as well.
I think the Tribeca, Soho, West Village area is the area that most people that are interested in fashion, drinking and eating, that's where all the top leading edge places are in New York. So yes, downtown has become an area for people that really want to explore that and explore the New York that New Yorkers spend their time in. Then I think we're in a great location for that.
Little known fact, you actually have a great rooftop bar here, don't you?
Well, it's a little known fact in some circles, although Loopy Doopy is probably one of the most recognised bars in social media in North America, and we have a famous drink, the Loopy Doopy drink, which is a popsicle and Prosecco, which is on tap. We have a lot of other beautiful cocktails as well. I think it's popular because there's only 75 people up on the rooftop and it looks straight over the Hudson River to the Statue of Liberty as well. So it's a very casual and a smaller space. So it's beautiful, and on a summer's day, at least you get a breeze close to the Hudson River.
Obviously, Conrad, very well-known brand in Asia. Not too many hotels in America here yet, but you're really one of the flagships for the US, aren't you?
We are. Conrad New York's been here since 2012. It's an all-suite hotel, so a great product. We've had our sister hotel in Chicago open a couple of years ago, and Fort Lauderdale last year, Washington DC next year, and of course Indianapolis has been here for some time. But particularly in the Americas, there's a lot more in the development pipeline, and I think you'll see the Conrad brand in this part of the world will start to rival it with numbers anyway, the same as we have in Asia and the Middle East.
And if you look at the brand, it's a very good brand for business travellers as well. Very practical rooms with good desk space and all the facilities you need as a business traveller.
I think it's great for business travellers. Most of the Conrads also have good facilities for groups, as we have, but also not to forget the families. I think that Conrad is an innovative brand. We're also looking always for the next thing, what's new, and I think family travel and luxury, of course, is well established now and growing. And I think with the Conrad brand we can really do some different personalisation to make families comfortable, and a lot of our Conrads do have very large rooms, like ours is an all-suite property, so ideal for families with sofa beds, and it's easier for people to share.
Here's this week's travel news. In travel news this week, Hilton has officially opened DoubleTree by Hilton Perth Northbridge, marking the DoubleTree brand's first West Australian property. The 206-room hotel is the first new-build DoubleTree to open in Australia. DoubleTree by Hilton Perth Northbridge is located at 100 James Street, in close proximity to the city, as well as the entertainment and dining precincts. The property features 206 well-appointed guest rooms which feature a contemporary design, alongside the digital key, allowing Hilton Honors guests to use their smartphone as their room key. The hotel also features a bar and restaurant, as well as a 24-hour fitness centre, an outdoor pool and an executive lounge. Up in Hong Kong, Ovolo Central has just completed a major renovation that's made the property one of the best boutique hotels in the city. The very first Ovolo to ever exist, Ovolo Central has a brand new facade and 41 reimagined rooms and suites, each with their own rock and roll vibe and unique commissioned artworks. The hotel has also seen the introduction of a new flagship food and beverage offering in the form of Vader, Hong Kong's first vegetarian hotel restaurant, spearheaded by celebrated vegetarian chef Hetty McKinnon. Also find a wine bar loaded up with some top Australian drops, including the Match Point Rosé from Rylstone in New South Wales. Still on hotels, and IHG has revealed it's set to open more than 25 new Kimpton hotels across 20 new global destinations, including Mexico City, Paris, Barcelona, Bali and Shanghai in the next 3 to 5 years. Since acquiring the brand in 2015, IHG has driven Kimpton's global growth well beyond the United States. IHG has opened the first Kimpton hotels in the Caribbean and Europe, while in the UK, the brand now has a new flagship property with the Kimpton Fitzroy London, led by Australian General Manager Paul Walters. The brand continues to grow and it's set to make its debut in a suite of new markets around the world, from Germany to Grenada, Indonesia, Spain and China. Australia is also firmly on the radar for Kimpton, with hotels expected to be announced in the near future. In airline news, Qantas is set to launch direct flights to Fiji from Sydney in March. The new 4 times weekly service will be operated by Boeing 737s, which feature economy and business class cabins. The flights will add to Jetstar's direct services, which operate 4 times per week, and will also see the Qantas Group offer customers more than 75,000 seats on the route every year, and the choice to fly to the popular destination 6 days a week. Qantas International CEO Alison Webster said the addition of Fiji to the Qantas network provided more choice for the growing number of Australians wanting to holiday in the Fiji Islands every year. Qantas will also continue to co-chair on Fiji Airways' services to Nadi. With Fiji Airways now integrated as a One World Connect member, Qantas customers will benefit from more flight options and the opportunity to earn and redeem Qantas points and status credits on Fiji Airways' services between the two countries.
Take to Sydney this summer aboard your own private sports cruiser. Experience the sun, the wind and the water at 70 kilometres an hour, landing you right on the beach. Discover the harbour like a local. SydneyHarbourBoatTours.com.
Catch up on the week you missed. Get ready for the week ahead.
What the future holds for Aussie startups.
Sunday nights on Your Money.
All the latest and greatest trends and products in tech.
The best news, interviews and stories of the past 7 days.
Many Australians want to cut back on their phone use, but just can't.
Everything in one place to help you get the most out of your money.
We just want to make you richer.
Sunday nights on Your Money. 4 o'clock is time to take stock.
Watch and wait to see how the numbers settle here.
Whether you're watching the final Aussie trade, the ongoing Asian markets, or getting ready for overnight sessions.
What are we looking to around the European region?
Join us for the show that puts the day's events in perspective.
In times of uncertainty and volatility like we are seeing right now.
Trading Day, the final count. Weekdays from 4 on Your Money. For more, go to yourmoney.com.au. In 2019, we've got business covered.
Another day and yet another property warning.
On Foxtel Channel 601, it's all about what news means for your money, with even more coverage and analysis online at yourmoney.com.au.
See how this is all set to play out for us.
Plus, we've got America's #1 business network, Fox Business, so you won't miss a minute of the US trading day. Unrivaled coverage and experience, helping you grow and protect your money.
Keep ahead of every market move so you can get the most out of your money.
Let's get you across what else is making headlines this afternoon.
Every weekday from 11, join us for Trading Day Live.
We will check in on some other stories making headlines this afternoon.
Live market coverage, analysis and opinion.
What is the message to clients? Is it just wait?
And breaking news as it happens.
The Your Money exclusive now.
Trading Day Live, weekdays from 11, free to air Channel 95, Foxtel 601.
You're back at work, but is your money?
Last year was difficult, tough across the board.
2019 is the year to make the most of what you've got. We're here to help you navigate a world of falling house prices and shaky stock markets.
What's causing this and how much longer will all this last?
To make smarter money decisions, join us on Foxtel 601 or go online at yourmoney.com.au.
Stay tuned for the data drop.
2019, the year of your money.
Coming up this week on Auction Day, looking to buy your own waterfront digs? You're in luck. We'll reveal the best beachside bargains around the country.
And if you think high population growth equals price growth, think again. Our expert will debunk some of the long-held investment strategies that aren't working.
Plus, Australia's leading buyers agents will share their secrets to securing the juiciest deals in today's market.
Plus, of course, live auctions from around the country.
This week on Auction Day.
Welcome back to Business Class from New York City. Now let's head uptown and check into one of the best luxury hotels on Central Park. Well, Thomas, we're here at the Four Seasons New York downtown, one of the newest hotels in the Four Seasons network and one of the best, I think.
Thank you very much. Yes, I mean, we're very excited. This hotel was a great opportunity. Opening in New York, a new hotel where we had already one, was a wonderful opportunity, specifically in a neighborhood that meant a lot to us. You know, the growth of downtown is very important.
And especially around here, I mean, a lot of boutique hotels have been opening up around here. Obviously, the size of yours, you're almost one of them as well.
Absolutely. I mean, this hotel is probably the more boutique of the Four Seasons, you know, company with a smaller footprint, but also a very young and vibrant scene, which is very similar to what you would find in boutique hotels.
And very New York. It's a very residential feel in this hotel.
Yes, I mean, the highlights, this hotel was built to be a Four Seasons on the first place, so that's wonderful. Gavin Pusherberg did the interior design, and the goal was to really create a luxurious and contemporary surroundings that allow our guests to feel the intimacy of the space, but also the fact that it's located in Tribeca brings privacy. And it's a very quiet neighborhood which allows you to walk around and really live like a local.
It does, doesn't it? It's got a lot of restaurants and bars and cafes around here as well, which makes it even more appealing.
Absolutely. Most of the New Yorkers live in this area. This is obviously a place where you walk around and you get your coffee, you have your favorite lunch place, and you have plenty of restaurants. And definitely among the best restaurants in the cities are downtown.
You're also only a 15-minute walk over to Brooklyn as well, so location-wise, it's quite good to get around as well.
I mean, it's wonderful. People forget that Manhattan is an island. And, you know, being at the peak of the south down, you can literally walk 10 minutes from one side and 10 minutes on the other side from the hotel, and you are actually by the river. On one side you have the Brooklyn Bridge, which is obviously a great and very famous activity to do just to cross, and then you have access to great venues and great restaurants in Brooklyn. But also walking on the other side, you get to Seaport. Seaport, very well known now. We have Pier 17, which is, you know, just developed last year, and then brings also great elements with 3 new restaurants with a star Michelin chef, one of them being Jean-Georges, the other one Danny Chang. But it's just the growth. Downtown has become the epicenter of the culinary movements. Wolfgang Puck came open here, Nobu next door, then Tetsu just right there. Just there you have your Michelin stars. Danny Myers just open, and Pier 17 with the 3 great Michelin chef.
So very much a thriving area of Manhattan, and you've also got the helicopters just around the corner as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you could literally go to the airport, take an helicopter here, and then have a 5-minute drive, which our guests have been doing.
Very easy way to get to JFK on the quad here, isn't
that's the best, and even to the Hamptons, if you will.
Yeah, but you've got a lot of beautiful suites in this hotel, and it's one of the many highlights here.
I mean, the beauty about our hotel being built to be a Four Seasons, it was elegantly designed in order to have 189 rooms, including 28 suites. The beauty about downtown also is that around us, we don't have high-rise buildings, so most of our rooms have a great views that can look towards the Oculus, towards Soho, toward East River, so you really have a lot of lights and it's bright. And then Pusherberg was really concentrating to creating a residential feel. It doesn't feel like a cathedral big hotel, but, you know, straight away you feel first the energy and the vibrant welcome from their employees, which in my opinion are the best. They look at every single client and they connect in a very meaningful way. So when you enter in the hotel, there's no way where you feel there's not something special going on.
Yeah, and it's obviously that team knowing the area so well. We were just talking about the area in the hotel, and they're all very knowledgeable as well.
Yes, and I think they're also very excited about working here and being part of the revitalization of downtown, which we know has grown so much. So it's something exciting. And furthermore, you know, when we look at the hotel, we brought Wolfgang Puck, which is one of the most famous chefs in the industry, very well known in America, started in the West Coast, and he has his first contemporary restaurant with us, which is Gut, a steakhouse.
Such a great restaurant, and it's one of the many things in here you can do in the hotel. You've got a beautiful indoor pool as well.
Yes, we have the entire third floor is dedicated to wellness. It gives us an incredible space to really cater to our guests, not only the ones staying in the hotel, but our neighbors as well.
Yeah.
We have one of the best spa in the city with, affiliation with very high-end products. We also have a beautiful pool, 78 feet long. So it's really a place where you can not only relax, but also train.
Yeah.
And we have also a dedicated space for fitness. So, it's a very large area and all surrounded by bright daylight, which is obviously being on the third floor.
And views of the oculus from the pool as well.
I mean, absolutely. The entire hotel 360 offers great view no matter the floor you're in, because we don't have the proximity of the buildings around us.
Yeah, and if you had to choose 2 or 3 favourite things about the hotel, what would they be?
I mean, my most favourite things is, being able to walk around and meet the employees. They always find a way to connect to the guests in a way that is really interesting. There's no transaction. It's really a human, genuine touch. Obviously, we talked about the spa. It's a must-go, absolutely, to try. Wolfgang Puck restaurant, being the best contemporary steakhouse in the city, it is also, a highlight. And then, all our rooms are different. They have different views. Every guest really enjoys discovering them all, and our suites is really the highlight of them.
So how important is it having a restaurant of that calibre in this Four Seasons hotel?
I mean, for us it's very important, and we could have chosen to manage the restaurant ourselves, but we wanted to affiliate it to the best. And Wolfgang Puck is known to be probably the most interesting, the most talented, and has great vision. And, his contemporary steakhouse is by far the best.
They do a very good breakfast as well, don't they?
They're taking breakfast, lunch and dinner, and I think, even on a Sunday they do a brunch that is incredible.
Yeah. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for your time and having us in this beautiful hotel.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for visiting.
Cheers.
Oh, life insurance. You ever get the feeling you're being sold an illusion? Switch to Noble Oak. Sure, they ask more questions up front, but that means you get comprehensive award-winning cover with no surprises at claim time. And because you buy direct, you'll pay on average 20% less. Time for a dose of reality? To get your first month's cover free, call for a quote or search Noble Oak.
Weekdays at 10, the local market is open for business.
And welcome to Trading Day at the Open. I'm Adam Crichton.
Join us as we talk to the business leaders, making a difference to the day ahead.
Some of the world's best fund managers.
Tracking all the early market movers affecting your money.
I don't think we're staring necessarily at an imminent and large downturn.
Featuring breaking local and international business news.
President Trump is considering an executive order.
Trading Day the Open, weekdays at 10. Follow U.S. market trading as it happens.
Stocks are rising today.
Fox Business is now available to all Australians here on Your Money.
This will affect your bottom line.
Get the American perspective with their most popular business shows.
It's a headline-driven market.
Influential commentators and analysts.
We always want to know how can we make money on all of this.
Following markets right up to the closing bell.
What will we see tomorrow? Well, that's it for Countdown.
Fox Business overnight until 8:30 a.m. on Your Money. Whether it's bucket list holidays, dream homes or simple pleasures.
How do we make sure we get the best value for money every single time?
For ideas that'll help you enjoy your life and your money, join Brooke Corty and Chris Kohler for conversations about reaching your goals.
You gave your parents an allowance.
Get more of what you want out of what you have.
Money's also for enjoying yourselves, right?
Yeah.
Your Money Live, weeknights from 5:30 or catch the nightly replay from 8 p.m. Catch up on the week you missed. Get ready for the week ahead.
What the future holds for Aussie startups.
Sunday nights on Your Money.
All the latest and greatest trends and products in tech.
The best news, interviews and stories of the past 7 days.
Many Australians want to cut back on their phone use, but just can't.
Everything in one place to help you get the most out of your money.
We just want to make you richer.
Sunday nights on Your Money. 4 o'clock is time to take stock.
Watch and wait to see how the numbers settle here.
Whether you're watching the final Aussie trade, the ongoing Asian markets, or getting ready for overnight sessions,
What are we looking to around the European region?
join us for the show that puts the day's events in perspective.
In times of uncertainty and volatility like we are seeing right now.
Trading Day, the final count. Weekdays from 4 on Your Money. For more, go to yourmoney.com.au.
Welcome to Hotel 50 Bowery in Chinatown. It's one of the most talked about boutique hotels in town that's got a spectacular rooftop. Let's go inside. Well, we're here at the Crown above 50 Bowery in Lower Manhattan in New York City, and it's one of the many great rooftop bars of the area. Here with me today is Adam, the chief concierge. And Adam, we talk about rooftop bars in New York, and like we said, this is one of the best.
In my opinion, it's the best. I mean, I've been to all of them, Midtown, downtown, all around. No one has the view almost 360 degrees around Manhattan that we do. And in Chinatown, a lot of the buildings are low, so there's nothing blocking it.
Yeah, the view up towards Midtown is pretty amazing, isn't it? Because there's not many skyscrapers. You've got this kind of very flat view, and then it just picks up.
It just gradually goes up to that kind of classic New York City skyline with the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. And so when people come to New York, that's what they want to see.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of tourists down here. It's a very local part of Manhattan, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah, and that's kind of why we love it. The clientele that comes down here has maybe stayed in Midtown before and then realizes that New York City isn't just Midtown. It's not just the Empire State Building. It's downtown too, where there's a lot of more local flavor.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because there are parts of the city that are very built up, and down here, you know, it's a little bit busy, but it doesn't feel hectic.
No, it's downtown Manhattan, and so it's diverse, and yeah, it's much more local. A lot more New Yorkers live down here.
So if I'm looking for a few great bars to go to, where do you recommend?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can start right here and see the view and enjoy the sunset. But in the neighborhood, there's quite a lot. Chinatown's come a long way over the past 5 or 6 years, and so there's a lot of local places. There's a lot more posh places, high-end places, but we're so close to Lower East Side, Soho, Nolita, Tribeca, which opens up a lot more possibilities. Chinese Tuxedo and Peachy's is so close. Next door to Apothec, the apothecary-themed theme bar that's kind of semi-hidden there on Doyers, as well as local places like Whiskey Tavern and Figure 19, and you know, it's a good mix.
It's one of those cities where there's another street, there's another bar almost around here.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, downtown when you're here, and sometimes if you don't know where to look, you might miss it. You might walk right by the ship. There's no sign. When you go down, it opens up into this huge subterranean cocktail bar.
And if you look on the restaurant scene, where would you send me?
Ooh, there's so much down here too. So in Chinatown, there's traditional and there's contemporary, and there's quite a bit through there. And so Chinese Tuxedo that I mentioned and Hua Yuan are both kind of on the contemporary spectrum. And then places like Oriental Garden, Mei Li Hua, or Golden Unicorn are all places that are classic, authentic, and really fantastic.
Yeah, and Canal Street's very convenient. You can get anywhere here from a subway. So if I want to go and check out a few galleries or museums, where would you send me?
Definitely into the Lower East Side. That's kind of become the arts neighborhood, where it was Soho for so long, and then it was Chelsea for so long. A lot of the galleries still exist there, but a lot of them come to the Lower East Side. So within a six block radius, there's probably 80 galleries along Orchard Street mainly.
Do you have a few favorites that you recommend?
As far as galleries, yeah, there's definitely a few that I love through there. Well, the new museum is right on Bowery here, across the street from the International Center of Photography. Yeah, quite a few that are littered right through there. Spurrow and Westwater, one of my favorites, yeah.
Fashion standpoint, what's good?
Yeah, I mean, you're so close to Soho. Along Broadway is where you kind of find a lot of the bigger flagship stores, but then Nolita and West Soho, as well as the Lower East Side along Orchard Street, you find so many little boutiques like by Robert James and Yumi Kim. These are, you can't find these kind of things anywhere else. And so, yeah, that's what I really love about downtown. You're not going to find this stuff in Midtown. You're not going to find it anywhere else in the world.
It's very convenient, right? So you've got places like Westfield at the World Trade Center, which is only a 5-minute drive from here as well.
Exactly, yeah. And so that's a huge new mall that has opened up at the World Trade Center. And so if you need your all-inclusive kind of shopping experience inside, there's that. If you want to walk around on a beautiful day, you can do that through Nolita and Soho and the Lower East Side.
A few more fun things. Obviously, Brooklyn's just across the river over here. You have places like the Brooklyn Brewery, which is a great spot to go to.
Amazing. And you mentioned breweries. There's so many craft brewers that have opened in Brooklyn over the past 10 years or so. Three's Brewing is an amazing place. Other Half, and so many more. So yeah, it's nice to be really close, within striking distance of Brooklyn.
Yeah, a few more fun things you can do in Brooklyn. Obviously, there's walking tours, there's bike tours, and things like Smorgasburg as well.
Sure, yeah, a lot. In the nice weather, they do a great job with the food fairs and flea markets that are there. Brooklyn Bridge Park, they did a beautiful job with. So from there, you get an amazing view of the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, and of course Manhattan just across the river.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Museum, which is near Prospect Park, is beautiful. A little farther than that, Coney Island and beyond.
And if you look at what else you can do around here, obviously one of the big things people come to New York for is the pizza. Where do I get pizza from?
Prince Street Pizza, in my mind, and I know you're going to find 10 different opinions across everybody in New York, but you can't go wrong with Prince Street Pizza. It's such a little tiny place that there's nowhere to sit in there, but once you walk in, you'll understand it's all pictures of celebs eating pizza in there, and the Spicy Spring is the spicy pepperoni square slice they do that's very famous. So yeah, I would definitely send you there first.
Sounds pretty good. It's quite a challenge on the pizza front. If I said a good cup of coffee, I know a few places like Cafe Dante. Where else would you go to?
Roasting Plant is my favorite that's close to here. It's right here on Orchard Street. They have these pneumatic tubes that go up and across. When you order a coffee, you can actually see your beans flying from one end of the roaster across the ceiling and down, ground up and into your coffee. Yeah, amazing.
One of those things about a concierge is people are going to come up with some random questions and experiences they want to go and do. What's a fun story recently?
Sure. I did have a gentleman recently who asked if I could arrange not just a helicopter tour for him or where you can bungee jump in the city, but where he can bungee jump out of a helicopter over New York City, which unfortunately is not available. But called all my favors in to try to figure that one out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your little guide here to a great part of New York.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Great to have
Thank you.
you.
See you soon. Well, that's it from us in New York City. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Business Class.